So, you've been putting in the hours, hitting the bag, and grinding through the drills, but something's just off. Your punches don't have that satisfying snap, you feel wobbly like you're fighting on ice, and you're gassing out way too fast. You see other fighters who look so natural and fluid, and it leaves you wondering, what am I missing? What if I told you it wasn't about training harder, but about mastering 3 basic secrets that most beginners just blow right past? These aren't fancy, highlight reel moves. They are the absolute foundation of good boxing, and nailing them is what separates a clumsy beginner from a confident fighter, instantly. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 techniques that will transform your power, your balance, and your stamina. By the end, you'll have the key to stop feeling awkward and start fighting with real skill. The boxing stance. The very first place beginners go wrong is the stance. Think about it. You can't build a strong house on a weak foundation, and you can't throw a decent punch from a wobbly base. It all starts here. I see it all the time. Fighters who are way too stiff and upright, making them a giant target, or their feet are so close together they'd fall over if a stiff breeze hit them. Another classic mistake is lining up your feet like you're on a tightrope, which kills your balance and power. Or maybe your hands are floating down by your chest instead of protecting your head. All these mistakes lead to the same problems. You have no power because you can't turn your hips, you're too slow to react, and your chin is just hanging out there waiting to get tagged. So, let's fix it right now. We're building your stance from the ground up. First, your feet should be about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. If you're right-handed, orthodox, your left foot goes forward. If you're a lefty, southpaw, your right foot is forward. For this, we'll use an orthodox stance. Put your left foot forward, pointing at about a 45-degree angle towards your target. Your back foot is back, and here's a key detail. Your back heel should be slightly off the ground, keeping you on the ball of your foot. That lifted heel is like a coiled spring, ready for explosive movement and power. Now your weight. It should feel pretty evenly balanced, maybe a slight 55-45 split on your front foot, but the goal is to feel centered and stable. Bend your knees slightly. You want to feel athletic and ready to move, not stiff and rigid. Think about riding a skateboard. You're low and prepared to move. Next, the upper body. Bring your hands up. Your rear hand, the right one, is glued to your chin and cheek, protecting your jaw. Your lead hand, the left one, is out front around eye level, ready to jab and parry. Keep your elbows tucked in, not flared out like chicken wings. This protects your ribs. And finally, the part you can't skip. Tuck your chin down into your chest. Look at your opponent from under your brow. This one move protects your chin, one of the most vulnerable spots on your body. This stance is your home base. From here, you're a smaller target, you're balanced enough to move in any direction, and you're primed to unleash real power by rotating your hips and core. Here's a drill to burn this in. Get in your stance in front of a mirror. Just hold it. Feel that balance. Bounce lightly on the balls of your feet. Do it for a full 3-minute round. Then start moving. Take small, controlled steps. Forward, backward, left, and right. Always returning to that perfect stance. When you move forward, push off the back foot. When you move back, push off the front foot. Don't ever cross your feet. Imagine your feet are on 2 separate train tracks that always stay the same distance apart. Master this, and you've built the foundation for everything else. The jab. The second technique you're probably not mastering is the jab. I know what you're thinking. The jab is weak, it's just for finding my range. You want to throw those big knockout hooks and crosses. That's one of the biggest mistakes a beginner can make. Neglecting the jab is like a carpenter trying to build a house with only a sledgehammer. The jab is your multi-tool. It's the fastest, longest, and safest punch you have. Pro boxers throw it more than any other punch because it controls the entire fight. The problem with most beginner jabs is they're just arm punches with no body behind them. They're slow, easy to see coming, and worst of all, the hand comes back to the face so slowly, leaving the chin wide open for a counter. Sometimes I see beginners pull their hand back to load up the jab, which is like sending a telegram to your opponent that a punch is on its way. Let's fix that and turn your jab into a real weapon. From your stance, the jab shoots straight from your chin to the target and straight back. The power doesn't come from your arm, it comes from the ground up. As you extend your lead arm, left arm for orthodox, take a small step forward with your lead foot. Your hand and foot should land at the exact same time. This is what drives your body weight into the punch. As your arm extends, turn your fist over so your palm faces the ground at impact. This pronation aligns your knuckles and wrist for a solid, safe hit. Exhale sharply as you punch, a tss sound. This forces you to breathe and keeps your muscles loose, which actually makes you faster. Now for the most important part, the snapback. As soon as that punch lands, bring it back to your chin twice as fast as it went out. Think of it like a cobra strike, out and back in a flash. A lazy jab is an invitation to get punched in the face, and don't let your other hand drop. It stays glued to your chin for protection. A great jab is about speed and snap, not about brute force. If you focus on being fast instead of powerful, ironically, your jab will end up hitting harder. Here's a simple drill. Stand in front of a heavy bag or just shadow box. For one full round, throw nothing but jabs. Focus on perfect form. Step and land. Rotate the fist. Exhale sharply. Snap it back. Don't even think about power. Throw 100 light, crisp, perfect jabs every day. Soon, it'll be second nature. Once you have a good jab, you can control distance, mess up your opponent's rhythm, and set up all your power shots. Hey, if you're finding this breakdown helpful and you're ready to really level up your boxing, do me a solid and hit that like button. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos designed to make you a smarter, sharper fighter. It makes a huge difference for the channel. Now, let's get to our third and final technique. Section 3. The secret to not getting hit. Basic footwork. The third technique, and the one that truly separates good boxers from great ones, is footwork. Most beginners are flat-footed, stuck in the mud, making them a target that doesn't move, or they commit the cardinal sin of crossing their feet, which completely wrecks their balance and leaves them wide open. Boxing is the sweet science of hitting and not getting hit, and that not getting hit part is almost all about your feet. The problem is beginners just think of footwork as moving around. They take big, clumsy steps, get off balance, and can't punch or defend while they're moving. They move, then they punch, as two separate things. Great fighters are never still. They're always making tiny, smart adjustments with their feet to create angles and control the distance. So, let's get you moving like a fighter. The key is small, efficient steps. To move forward, push off your back foot and your front foot takes a small step. Your back foot immediately follows to get you back in your stance. To move backward, push off your front foot. Your back foot takes a small step and your front foot immediately follows. To move left for orthodox, push off your right foot, your left foot steps and the right foot slides. To move right, push off your left foot, your right foot steps and the left foot follows. See the pattern? The foot in the direction you want to go moves first and you push off the opposite foot. These are small shuffles or glides, not big leaps. Your feet should never come together and never cross. Always keep that stable shoulder-width stance. Now let's add the game changer, the pivot. A pivot lets you change your angle on an opponent in an instant. To pivot left, plant your front foot and swing your back foot around, turning your body. You can do this in a 90 or even 180-degree motion. This is how you escape the corner, get away from an attack, and create an angle to hit them when they can't hit you. Here's a fantastic drill to put this all together. Imagine a small square on the floor, or make one with tape. Start in your stance in the middle. For a full round, just practice moving. Forward to the top line, back to the bottom, left and right. Stay on the balls of your feet, hands up, chin down. Then start adding punches. Move, plant your feet for a split second, throw a 1-2, jab cross, and then move again. The rhythm is move, plant, punch, move. It's not robotic, it's fluid. Mastering this simple drill will make you 10 times harder to hit and a much more dangerous fighter. Conclusion. So, that's the big three. The foundational techniques that will truly elevate your boxing. A solid, balanced stance, a fast, snapping jab, and simple, efficient footwork. Forget about throwing wild uppercuts and crazy hooks for now. Those punches are useless without this foundation. Mastering the basics isn't the sexiest part of training, but it is without a doubt the most important. It takes patience and a ton of repetition. Spend real time every single session, drilling your stance in the mirror, throwing hundreds of clean jabs, and practicing your footwork patterns. Stop feeling frustrated in the ring. Focus on these 3 secrets, and I promise you'll see a night and day difference in your balance, your power, and your confidence. You'll go from a beginner just trying to survive to a fighter who's actually in control. If you put this stuff into practice, let me know how it goes in the comments below. And if you're ready for the next step, check out this other video on my channel where we break down basic defensive moves. Now, go have some fun with it.